Reverend Jesse Jackson's son specifically asked everybody that attended the funeral to not bring politics to this celebration of life for him. What did Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, and everybody else who got up there, what did they do? They made it political. They started talking about the left and the right, and Al Sharpton talking about we can defeat Trump. We've been doing this for. Did you not hear what the son of Reverend Jesse Jackson said? He said, leave that stuff at home. And the first thing you guys did, you see, this is the thing. You guys are so desperate, right? You don't have your own campaigns. None of you guys have anything going on. So you use every opportunity that cameras are going to be there to spew out your hate for Trump, all right? Instead of doing the groundwork and getting back in office, getting back in position to take over, you guys disrespect Jesse Jackson when his son specifically said, please leave politics at home today. This is the celebration of life. But it goes to show you how disrespectful these people are, because they don't give a fuck about nothing other than defeating Trump. That's Trump derangement syndrome at its finest.
Shout out to this brother here because he is absolutely right. He's 100% right. Democrats have nothing. Their agenda is so wicked they can't really tell the people what they're running on. Their way of doing things is just flat out ridiculous and ineffective. And this is all they have is grandstanding and gaslighting. They can't even honor the wishes of the son of the deceased. This is supposed to be a homegoing for Jesse Jackson, as flawed as the man is and was. But these people got up here and made it a political rally against the president. They didn't talk about their agenda because it's so daggone wicked that you can't even speak on it. The things that they want accomplished. It's so wicked and demonic that they can't speak on it and they can't stand on it. So the only thing that they do have is Orange Man bad. That's it. And for, Kamala Harris and Barack Obama and Jamal Bryant, I'm not going to call him a pastor. You want to talk about somebody that's reprobate, he is there. But for them to get up there and do what they did, you want to talk about just flat out disgraceful, disgusting. It was a disgraceful, disgusting display. Simple as that. And if that would have been one of my parents, my grandparents, I would have been livid. I would have been livid. All this was for an opportunity for them to get out there and show their behinds. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I am glad that there are brothers and sisters out here calling the Democrat Party out, especially the Boule crowd. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Let's keep going.
So we supposed to just sit here and act like these Negroes did not just disrespect Reverend Jesse Jackson's entire life. What I just witnessed has to be the most disrespectful funeral I've seen in my entire life, dog. I'm so tired of having to start videos off with all this dramatic entrance. But God damn it, they do the most dramatic shit. It is what it is. Bro, former President Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, former President Joe Biden, all went.
I forgot about Joe Biden. Y'all know Joe Biden got on that stage and said that he put in or installed or whatever you want to call it, the first Black Supreme Court justice. Yeah, he said that. He forgot about Thurgood Marshall and he forgot about Clarence Thomas, who he was vehemently against. And there was another young lady that George Herbert Bush, no, it might be the other one, the younger Bush. In the early 2000s, there was another young lady that was put up to be a Supreme Court justice. And Joe Biden and his minions on the Democrat Party did everything that they could to stop that lady from becoming the first Black Supreme Court justice that is a woman. Joe Biden and his minions did that. But this dude had the nerve to get up there and say, well, I put in the first African-American Supreme Court justice. Joe, sit down somewhere.
To Reverend Jesse Jackson's funeral, and they turned it into a political tirade. I mean, this thing looks like an absolute circus. These niggas here crying about things that have nothing to do with them. You got Kamala Harris standing up on the stage telling everyone that, oh, she predicted everything that was going to happen, which she didn't. And all she did, I mean, did anyone remember when Kamala Harris was running for president? Damn, all she did was laugh. You can't find one Democrat voter, and I actually mean one, that can cite what Kamala Harris said during her campaign, her presidential campaign, that resonated with them and the hearts of at least 10 Americans. Find me one Democrat that can find one citation for Kamala Harris that resonates with at least 10 Americans. I bet everything in my entire bank account you cannot do it on the streets of America. I bet you can't. Neither here nor there. She's out there claiming that she's predicted of what happening in America. We're winning. We're dominating. Nation after nation, we're dominating. Taking no L's. Of course, the loss of 4 soldiers is a L. Can't ignore that. But the loss of any police officer on a day-to-day is a L too. Firefighter is a L. Paramedic is a L. The loss of people that protect and preserve is a L. But guess what? When you take these dangerous jobs, they come with dangerous risks. Nonetheless, they turn this funeral into a absolute, let me say it again, goddamn circus.
He's absolutely right. Shout out to Don Lucre. He's absolutely right. It was more than a circus. This was the universal circus. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I didn't watch it. I just, on X watching all the different clips. And I'm glad I didn't sit through it and watch it because I couldn't have. I would have been so frustrated. I wouldn't have made it through it, to be honest with you. So I'm glad, all I did was get, just pieces of it. But it was a mess, man. The little I seen, it was a mess.
Malcolm X told us 65 years ago, he told black people, if you are going to still stand behind the Democrat Party, you are a traitor to your race.
What do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
He did not say black Republicans. He did not say black conservatives. He said you black people that are voting for Democrats. He said this 65 years ago, and it is still correct today. You are still blindly supporting the party that have tried to erase and destroy our community at every chance they have gotten. You support all of the policies that directly affect us the most.
Facts.
And one thing with you Democrats, when you see any of my videos exposing the Democrat Party or given some kind of credit to what the Republicans have done over history, the first thing you want to run to is, well, neither party are for us. Well, one of the parties were actually majority us. That's what you're not getting. See, once you went over to the Democrat Party, you lost all of your power. We had way more power, especially political power, as Republicans.
Facts.
We got all of our amendments. We got all of our civil rights by the hands of Republicans.
Facts.
I always challenge you guys, if neither party is doing anything for us, and as you guys say, both parties are the same, I challenge you to send me 5 policies that the Democrat Party has put in place that has positively affected the black community specifically. Now, I know politics is for everyone, all right? But when we are talking about the black community in this country, we are the only group that give most of our votes to one party. That is why we are the deciding factor of who wins and who loses. There is no comparison. The Democrat Party has done nothing but harm to our people for over 200 years.
Facts.
I want you to show me what has the Republican Party done at that same weight to specifically target black people. I have all day long for y'all to show me. Last thing here. You guys also love to complain about white supremacy, but it seems that y'all cannot get away from white supremacist terms.
They can't get enough of it.
One thing you guys love to say is that the politics or the political party is two wings of the same bird. That is a white supremacist talking point. It comes from Dixiecrat, segregationist, racist, George Wallace, the same guy Malcolm warned us about, who was a Dixiecrat. He didn't say that because of how the political sides were treating Americans. He called it out because the National Democrat Party and the National Republican Party did not want to do anything for the Southern Dixiecrat. It was about Dixiecrats. It was not about Americans.
It was cooking. This brother here was cooking. Shout out to him, man.
Listen, black conservatives do not care what black Democrats and liberals think about us. I need you guys to understand this, especially my personal friends and family. I love you, but I do not care what you think. I have been speaking out against the Democrat Party for 5+ years, ever since you guys tried to force me to get an experimental drug that the government produced and put that in my body. And when I refused to do it, you called me the problem. You want to gatekeep the black community as if I'm not pro-black, all because you told me that Donald Trump is a racist. You want to know what racism is? Racism is supporting the killing of 400,000 black babies every single year just because the left calls it women's reproductive rights. You don't see the eugenics in that? You don't see that they are literally wiping us out and keeping our numbers down and telling you to support it? You don't think it's racist to tell black men that they should be women, to promote the idea of men in women's sports, men in women's locker rooms? You want me to let my little black daughter compete against some boys and potentially get physically harmed and stomp out her competitive nature because she can't physically beat them? And that is more pro-black somehow? You think it's more pro-black to allow millions and millions of migrants to come here and help themselves to our taxes while black and brown Americans literally struggle every day? That's more pro-black? The reason we don't care what you think is because we know you're not deeply thinking. And I say that with love, guys. I used to be the same way. I used to vote however the Democrat Party told me to vote. And then I started doing research and I realized that the Democrat policies do not help the black community long term. I would love to have a real conversation with black Democrats and liberals that's not based solely in emotion, that has some factual basis to it. You guys need to do more research. And once you do that, then maybe we can talk. But until you do that, we do not care what you think because we know you're not really thinking.
Cooked, hibachi style. And she's absolutely right. I'm right there with her. Don't care what they think. They are the real sellouts. They are the bootlegs. They are the traitors. Simple as that. They are, and they always have been. When you actually do the research, especially, on the quote unquote civil rights movement, Martin Luther King and his group, Jesse Jackson was a part of it as well. And you find out who they were in bed with, and you find out who were funding them, and you find out the shenanigans that was going on behind the scenes. See, they were able to get away with these things because there was no social media. There was, they were really good about running cover. Well, for everybody except for the FBI, but they don't want to put that information out there for everybody to know. But there's been enough to come out that we all know exactly what time it is, and there's been enough books that have been written, about the time frame. But the people on that side of things, for whatever reason, man, it's a serious case of Stockholm syndrome. They do not want to leave their masters. They do not want to leave their plantation overseers. And in some cases, these, black liberals, the Boule crowd, they are the overseers. They are the ones trying to wrangle up and keep people on the plantation, or try to shame you to coming back. But I'm here to let them know, like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you start operating in your freedom like everybody else in this country, and you start thinking critically, you start doing your own research and due diligence and getting a full understanding as to who's for and who's against, makes life a whole heck of a lot easier, man. The only thing that they have is, orange man bad, white people bad. That's the only thing that they have. They have nothing else. And even when it comes to the Democrats and their actual agenda, their policies are anti-America. Their policies are anti-God, anti-family. You literally, if you call yourself a Christian, you literally have to forsake 90+% of the scriptures to support their wicked, evil agenda. And that's why they never actually come out and tell you, hey, my name is so-and-so, I'm a Democrat, and I'm running for this seat, and this is what I'm running on. Because if they actually told you, hey, this is my agenda and what I plan on pushing if I ever get into Congress or a Senate seat, or Lord forbid the presidency, if they ever actually come back, the majority of Americans, even those that are on their side, are going to be so appalled. They're going to be like, oh, heck no, I can't get behind this. Are you crazy? What is wrong with you guys? But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. If you are not subscribed to the channel, because there's a good amount of people that watch the channel that are not subscribed, would you consider subscribing to the channel, supporting what we're doing over here? If you'd like to support the channel financially, you can join the membership, join the ARP family. You can buy your brother a coffee. Shout out to my brother Eric Plummer, who supports the channel via Cash App. That link's in the description box below. You can buy a Pray Don't Worry hoodie. That link's down below as well. Support what we're doing over here. Support the channel. Support me. Support the team. We'll really appreciate you guys. Join us Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. If it's your first time, let me know. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, it can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. And the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.